Hello and good morning to all my online friends. I am Fatin Auni Jailani as your moderator today. I would like to apologize because today's forum had to be online because of pandemic COVID-19. So we are doing live through YouTube channel P2T1. Before we start, let me introduce our panel today. The first panel is Nur Aisyah binti Azmi and our second panel is Nur Ashira binti Muhammad Azman. Today we will talk about education in new norm life. As we know, our country is experiencing an epidemic of a dangerous disease called COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a dramatic loss of human life worldwide and presents an unprecedented challenge to public health, food system, and the world of work. The COVID-19 pandemic is first and foremost a health crisis and it's having more impact on our country, especially in our education. Because of the disease, many countries have decided to close schools, colleges, and universities. This may lead to huge effect to our education system. So, our president have decided to make a system for continue the education. The system called online learning, which is students and teachers will communicate through online website to continue the PDP session such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Google Meet, and others. So now, based on our new norm in our education, do you think it will give effect to students or teachers? And what is the advantages for students and teachers in new norm life? So, without wasting our time, Miss Aisyah, can you explain about what is the advantages for students in new norm lifestyle of education?
Thank you, Ms. Fatin Auni. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning I bid to all of you. Educational is a gift that no one can take away. A famous quote known by many that motivates students to study. As our country faces a lot of changes during this pandemic COVID-19, educational systems are most affected. Me, as a student, admitted the educational system during this pandemic COVID-19 has emerged.
Ambil balik yang tadi.
Mana? Kalau dekat mana? Me, as a student, admitted the educational system during this pandemic COVID-19 has changed 360 degrees. So, what will our schools look like beyond COVID-19? With the new school year being postponed, calling students to stay home and encouraging students to use online learning platforms, an alternative way of teaching and learning has emerged. This actually gives advantages of students where students can have flexibility and self-paced learning. Scroll. This helps students to create an environment that works for students when they are an online learner. Learning online makes students can study in the most pleasant and productive environment. Instead of having to soundproof your room because of noisy housemates or having to hunt for a spot in crowded university library, you can set up your own quiet space in your room or another area of the house. Plus, if they are not feeling productive at home, they can also study in a community library or a cafe, wherever is best for them. Next, online learning helps to improve virtual communication and collaboration as they are using many platforms to join their class, such as using Google Meet and Zoom. This actually helps students a lot with their communication among friends and teachers. They tend to get along well with their online classmates during the class session. Hence, students also get to discover a lot of ways to learn through online. They can get many information about their school subject through many sources such as educational blog, online textbook, and even a study video on YouTube. In fact, students also will be able to develop their critical thinking skills and new technical skills. Okay, that's all my explanation. I pass the topic back to Miss Fatin.
Thanks for the great explanation, Miss Aisha. For what Miss Aisha was said, we know that students more interesting with online learning that use many fascinating platforms, and students can get more information from the platform. Okay, my next question is to Miss Ashira. So, Miss Ashira, what do you think about advantage that teachers get from the new norm lifestyle? Can you give some explanation?
Thank you, Ms. Fatin. I would like to pinpoint the advantages of online learning for the teacher. That is, the teacher can using interesting method for teaching. For example, there are many platforms for teachers to teach their students such as Google Classroom, Google Meet, or even teacher can make their own YouTube channel. As we are known, there are a lot of YouTube channels for education that can be useful for students and the teacher as well. I personally love a YouTube channel because the teacher can use them to teach the student effectively. Furthermore, online learning can be time-saving for the teacher. For example, if the teacher provides YouTube video or record video about their lesson, the teacher only needs to record for or find the YouTube video once and share that video for the student. The student can watch that video at any time or as many times they want. So there is no need for the teacher to teach the same thing over and over again. Okay, that's for my opinion. Now let's move to Miss Fatin.
Thank you, Miss Ashira, for the interesting explanation. For what Miss Ashira said, we can say that there are many interesting platforms that suitable for teachers to use in their lesson, and this method can be save time for the teacher. So, my dearest audience, if we have the advantage, we must have the disadvantage too. Now, we will hear that what is the disadvantage for students and teachers in learning online PDP. We continue with Miss Aisha to share some information with us about disadvantage of new norm education for students.
Thank you, Ms. Fatin. Dear audience, as we know that besides those advantages, there are also health disadvantages of online learning for students. First and foremost, disadvantages of learning online is connection problem. While internet penetration has grown in leaps and bounds over the past few years, in smaller cities and towns, a consistent connection with decent speed internet is a problem. Students that stay in a small city that might have not strong enough connection will be difficult to join the class. Some of them need to travel to another city just to get a good internet connection. This will occur them to not be focused during the class session. Without a consistent internet connection from students, there can be a lack of continuity in learning for the child. Plus, they might lag behind in certain subjects in this class. This is detrimental to the educational process. Next, educational life in new normals bring another disadvantage on students, which is bad managing time screen. To learn through online, of course, they need to use electronic devices such as phone, laptop, and tab to join classes. Most of their assignments and tasks must be submitted through online. So, this led them to spend so many hours staring at the screen. It is not surprising if students spend more than 8 hours in front of their gadget. This increase in screen time is one of the biggest concerns and disadvantages of online learning. Sometimes, students also develop back posture and other physical problems due to staying much in front of a screen. In short, online learning also causes bad effect to students in on-screen time management. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass back this conversation to our moderator. Thank you.
Thanks, Miss Aisha. Yes, the problem for students is that they can't manage their own screen time well if there is no any guide from parents. It also can give bad effect to their brain. So, students need to be more careful and use their gadget smartly. Okay, now let's hear from Miss Ashira few disadvantages of online learning towards teacher. So, Miss Ashira, what about you? Can you give some of your opinion about this?
Thank you, Miss Fatih. Dear audience, the common problem that both students and teachers are having during online classes is internet line connection. Having bad internet connection may cause problems such as the lesson cannot be taught effectively. It is hard to get both teacher and the student having strong internet connection. Even worse, if the teacher her or himself that having bad internet connection, the whole student cannot learn properly. Moreover, online learning requires IT knowledge and skill. There is not many teachers that are very familiar with online teaching methods. Some of them even have to learn how to use Google Meet or other platforms from their children. This might take several times for them to be able to use that method for the lesson. Another problem is some of the students not taking the lesson seriously. This may cause the teaching a problem because the teacher cannot watch all over their student. The teacher having trouble to know if the student actually understand the lesson if the student are not active or giving response to the online classes. That's all for me. Thank you. Back to our moderator, Miss Fatih.
Thanks to Miss Ashira, we can see that good connection is something important in our new lifestyle now. This can be proved by what our both panels say. Wait, we get a phone call from our audience. Hello, who's there?
Hello, I'm Adam from Kedah. I have a question. As a student, how can I stay motivated during the online class session?
Wow, so thank you for Adam for asking. So I pass this question to Miss Aisha to answer.
Thank you for asking such a good question. I have two suggestions for you to stay motivated throughout the online classes. First of all, you have to set goals for yourself. Setting goals is an important part of being a student. Big, audacious goals are great, but it's also wise to keep your goals realistic or your risk disappointment. Set smaller, achievable goals at first, such as completing a chapter of required reading or writing assignments, or you will be motivated to keep going when you have achieved. Second, you can self-reward yourself after complete goals. As expert advises, celebrate the little achievements. For example, if you reach your weekly goals, you might treat yourself to brunch over the weekend, or you can buy yourself small gift just to appreciate your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Aisha, for the good suggestion. So we have another call. Hello, who's there?
Hi, I'm Adriana from KL. I have a question. For both students and teachers, do you have any solution on how to overcome difficulty on internet connection?
Okay, thank you, Adriana. Okay, so for this question, I pass it to Miss Ashira.
Thank you, Adriana. That is very interesting question. First of all, I would like to suggest that both students and teachers to choose telco plan that have strong internet connection at their place. As we are known, there are many telco plan internet that we can choose that that offer various reasonable and affordable plan internet for us.
Thanks for our panels that give many useful information. Now we know that this new norm lifestyle in education can give us more effect, either advantage or disadvantage. I hope that everyone can get benefit through this discussion. So thank you for everyone that joined this live. See you in the next forum. Thank you. Bye.